3 years ago, I left America in grief to bury my husband Ninoy Aquino. I thought I have left it also to lie rest in his restless dream of Philippine freedom. Today, I have returned as a president of free people. To bury Ninoy, a whole nation honored him by the brave and selfless act of giving honor. A nation in shame recovered its own. A country that lost faith in its future found its faithless and brazen act of murder. In giving, we receive loss, we find out defeat, we snatch our victory. For the nation, Ninoy became the blazing sacrifice that answered their prayer for freedom. For myself, to our children, Ninoy was loving husband and father. He lost 3 times in our lives, has always a deep, painful one. 14 years ago, this month was the first time we lost him, a president turned dictator and traitor to his oath, suspended the Constitution and shut down the Congress that was much like this one before which I am honored to speak. He detained my husband along with thousands of others, senators, establishers, and anyone who had spoken up for the democracy and its end drew near. But for Ninoy, a long and cruel ordeal was reserved. The dictator already knew that Ninoy was not a body merely to imprison, but a spirit he must break. For even has the dictatorship demolished one by one the institution of democracy, the press, the Congress, the independence of judiciary, and the protection of Bill of Rights. Ninoy kept spirit alive in himself. The government sought to break him by indignities and terror. They locked him up in a tiny, nearly airless cell in the military camp in the north. They stripped him naked and held and threat of sudden midnight execution over his head. Ninoy helped up manly and full of it.